The topic is characteristics of sound. There are some other characteristics of sound as well. That is three main characteristics. The first is pitch. What is pitch? Pitch refers to how high or low a sound seems. Like how much high or low sounds we can able to hear. It helps us to distinguish between a shrill, that is called high pitched sound, and a flat, that is called low pitched sound. So, what is the dependence? On which factor pitch depends? It depends on the frequency of the sound wave. Higher frequency, higher pitches, that is shriller sounds, while the lower frequencies, lower pitches. This is the example. A crow call has a low pitch, whereas a cuckoo call has a high pitch. Because the frequency of the crow's call is low. That's why it has low pitch sound. And the cuckoo's call has high pitch because it has a high frequency. A child voice generally is higher pitch compared to the older person voice. That's why when the child cry, it used to seem higher. Okay, the sound seems higher because of the high frequency part. So this is the two graphs that depicts the high pitch and low pitch sound. This is a low pitch sound because frequency is what? The number of cycles that is covered in time. So here are the number of cycles covered in time is less, so this is low frequency, and here is the number of frequencies covered in time is more, that's why it's a high frequency. So we can say that this is high pitch sound and this is low pitch sound. Next the character is loudness. Loudness is the characters that allow us to differentiate between loud and soft sounds. We know that what are loud and soft sounds. So when we can able to distinguish between loud and soft sounds, that is basically due to characteristics of the sound, that is loudness. And loudness depends on the amplitude of the sound wave, that how higher the displacement of the sound wave can be, because as the highest the sound wave can be travel, it can cover the more distance. As a result, the explosive sounds can be heard at a larger distances because of having a larger amplitude. Larger amplitude means loudness is more. So greater amplitude results in louder sounds. So loudness is measured in decibels, that is represented by dB. For example, normal conversation ranges from 40 dB to 60 dB. This is the normal range. While the sounds which is above 80 dB can be harmful for us. Now these are the two graphs which depicts the loudness. This is a soft sound because its displacement, the amplitude part, the peak value is less. And this is a loud sound because the amplitude, the peak value, the maximum displacement here is more. That's why it is more loud, because it can travel a larger distance as compared to this. Next we have quality, that is timbre. This is the third characteristic of a sound. Quality or timbre is the characteristic that allows to distinguish between sounds of the same pitch and loudness. If the sound waves are of same pitch and same loudness, then how can we define it? How can we distinguish it basically? So for that, we need another factor or another characteristic, that is quality. It makes sound from a guitar different from piano. Like guitar and piano sounds different for us. Maybe they have same pitch and loudness, but still we can distinguish it because of the quality, even if they are playing on the same note. So on which factor the quality is determined? Qualities determine the presence of overtones or harmonics, which are integer multiples of the fundamental frequency. Integer multiples of frequencies like whatever the frequency is there, you will multiply with the integer value, that are overtones. The combination of these overtones gives each sound its unique timbre, because every sound has their different overtones. So on the basis of that, we can determine its quality. So what is overtones? Actually, they are the extra sounds that you hear when a musical note is played. This is an example given through which overtone has explained. Imagine you pluck a guitar string. So you hear the main note, but there are also quite a higher pitch sounds mixed in with that. So these are the overtones. Okay, these are the extra sounds. Okay, these are the integer multiples of fundamental frequencies. These are the extra sounds, or we can say that overtones or harmonics. They make the music sound richer and more interesting and more pleasing to listen it. So how we can visually represent all this? Low pitch sound wave shapes are longer wavelength and lower frequencies, and high pitched shorter wavelength and higher frequencies. High pitch means higher frequencies, low pitch means lower frequencies. Loud sound, high amplitude, soft sound, low amplitude.